A garage fire in Centennial this morning caused by an electric vehicle parked inside. South Metro Fire Rescue says there were two EVs in the garage at the time. This started, though, from the battery pack of a 2019 Jaguar I-Pace. A recall was issued last year for that vehicle because the battery is prone to overheating and causing fires.
Those electric vehicle fires pose a real challenge for firefighters, and there are now more than 86,000 EVs on Colorado roads, according to Drive Electric Colorado.
And this is not to say EVs are not safe, but man, when they catch fire, boy, do they burn. And I spoke with Colorado firefighters about this new challenge. Firefighters outside Boston had to use 11,000 gallons of water to put out a recent electric vehicle fire. Another in Alabama the day after Christmas took 36,000 gallons. An EV fire in Tennessee needed 45,000 gallons of water to finally get it out. In a traditional car fire, it takes roughly 500 gallons to 1,000 gallons of water to extinguish. And with the rapidly growing popularity of electric vehicles, how to handle EV fires is currently the issue fire departments in Colorado and nationwide are grappling with. Now, first, some basic facts. Data shows EVs are less likely to catch fire than gas-powered vehicles. Electric vehicles are powered by lithium-ion batteries, which contain a highly flammable electrolyte. And when those batteries ignite because of defect or collision, it creates a nasty fire that burns much longer than a traditional car fire. And those fires can be put out by water. It just takes an awful lot of it.
It's kind of the Wild West when it comes to firefighting.
We recently spoke with the state's two largest fire departments about the new challenges of EV fires. Now, Denver Fire approaches each fire case by case, first, of course, making sure everyone's out of the vehicle and safe. If the EV that's burning is in an isolated place, they let it burn itself out.
Because there's nothing water is going to do in that situation.
If the burning vehicle is near other things that could ignite,
then of course we're going to put on as much water as needed to protect anybody or anything that's in the area.
So are they taking your approach here? South Metro Fire Rescue, which serves Arapahoe, Douglas, and Jefferson counties, takes a similar approach if the EV is empty and in a safe place.
And actually, we'll let it burn.
In the last 2 years, South Metro decided on this approach because of the potential discharge of toxic materials in a lithium-ion battery fire.
What that does, if it gets in the battery and it mixes with that, it can create a hazardous materials situation. So in effect, if we're putting thousands of gallons of water on something we can't put out, then we're just pushing the water into places we don't want it to go.
Creating a tiny toxic creek.
It can create a hazmat incident in and of itself, yes.
South Metro also uses car fire blankets that they can put on a burning EV to buy some time. Now, the blankets don't extinguish the fire, but can briefly compress it. South Metro used these blankets Wednesday morning on an EV that caught fire inside the garage of a home in Centennial. And with those blankets, they were able to pull the car out of the garage and control the fire. Now, the race is on globally to find a way to quickly and reliably extinguish burning lithium-ion batteries. There's work being done on something called an encapsulator agent that's mixed with water and separates fuel from oxygen and then quickly absorbs the heat. Firefighters in Belgium use a giant tank. They bring in a crane, pick up the burning EV, and plunk it in the water until it's out.
Unfortunately, it's just not a lot of proof. There's just a lot of ideas right now, and nobody's come to this works 100% of the time. Because everybody's trying to solve this problem. Every fire department in the world is trying to solve what are we going to do.
And this week, South Metro Fire's hazmat team is meeting with the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, to come up with best practices that could end up being the standard nationwide.